All right, we are in Mount Airy, North Carolina, aka Mayberry from the Andy Griffith Show. Oh, almost got knocked over back here. Wild and crazy here. Just did a squad car tour here in a patrol car, a replica of the Mayberry patrol car here. Let's get around here so we can see it there. Picking up here at the Wally service station. Had a neat little tour around town. $50. Very knowledgeable driver. Take you around to all the different places here in town that you can see or hear from in the show. Even though the show unfortunately was not filmed here, it was filmed in Hollywood. Goober says a lot more places to park out back. But then you got here Wally service station, you got the wrecker. We're going to go in and look around the shop here. Then we're going to go over to Snappy Lunch and get us a pork chop sandwich just like Andy would. Now everybody remembers the Darlings, Briscoe and Charlene, Dud. Here's the Darling's truck. Goober says hey. Then we have Mayberry Union High. And the Darling Farm. Welcome to Mayberry Courthouse. The sheriff, justice of the peace.
I remember that sign.
And here we have
It's this place.
Andy's desk.
Order in court.
And we have a child locked in. Got a couple of crazy kids here locked in Otis's cell. Got an empty cell over here for the rest of these crooked criminals. It's a gun rack. I think I'll leave them here. Alright, coming out of the courthouse here, we'll walk around here and we find Emmett's Fix-It shop and his truck. One of the neat things that we found out on the tour here is Emmett ended up in the show because Emmett and Andy were best friends. And even up until shortly before Andy's death, Andy would sneak into town and people wouldn't even know he was here. He would sneak in and he and his wife would stay with Emmett and his wife up on the other end of town and just visit and then slip back out of town to the Outer Banks where he held his estate. Alright, now we finished up with Wally Service Station. Squad car tour is downtown Mount Airy. Gonna go down here to this Snappy Lunch and have us a pork chop sandwich. Join us, see how it is. Pork chop sandwich. Andy had good taste, y'all. Pork good. We'll savor this for a little while. See you guys at Walker's. Alright, we are at Walker's soda fountain here in Mount Airy. Kind of set up like the old Walker's drugstore. Used to be a drugstore called Lamb Drug. Gonna have some floats here. This one here is
a unicorn.
Funny unicorn here. He's having a orange soda float. This one here is having a
sarsaparilla ice cream soda.
sarsaparilla root beer float. And I am really feeling down, kind of like Barney. And it means that I just have to have a banana split.
Because you're split.
I'm split-faced right now, so we got to do it. The decor around here is really, really neat.
Have the whole meal poured in the glass like that, and you shoot something on it.
Those are some floats.
Ah!
We're in Floyd's Barber Shop from Andy Griffith Show. Back over here on this far side, far chair is the chair that Andy sat in when he was here living in Mount Airy, and that's where he got his haircut.
Everything March 8th and 29.
Oh wow.
These chairs, same thing. And so 93 years old. And the green chairs, cash register, never been worked on. The cash register has just had maintenance because there's certain things on that motor that are going to wear out over time. And so, you know, with the service contract, all they had to do is ever so often they come in and change it if it was needed, whether it needed or not, to go ahead and change it so it would continue without, you know, them getting a call and saying, you know, this, you know, hey.
Right.
And so anyway, this was a chair that gave Dad in 47, and this is where Andy said, like I said, 47 to 52, and then when Andy left North Carolina. So this is the chair. This is really the only thing in the town of Mount Airy, Mayberry, that you can point to with 100% assurity of that this is. Andy sat here, he did, you know, got his haircut here, like Snappy Lunch, he ate over there or something, but they have no idea if he had one particular stool that he sat on or one particular booth or whatever. You know,
right. Some
people are like that. If that stool is there, that's where I'm going to sit. And so, anyhow, this right here still does everything that it did you, lays them back to shave them, shampoo, lean it back a little bit, lay that footrest down, crawl up there and get you a newspaper and take you a good old afternoon nap. You know, when it's cold, nobody much around. Even the razor strop is original. And that loud sound to a little fella in here, 6, 7, 8 years old, and I heard that sound, brother. I headed the cover and I sat down. I wanted to protect all of that back there.
Mm-hmm.
A little board there behind you, a little booster seat for kids.
Yeah.
The seat part itself, and you can see the wear and tear over the years on both sides. The seat is 93 years old. This is the original too.
Oh wow.
So, I mean, I don't know any other place, country, that you could go into that has its 4 main pieces of equipment that they use every day and never been worked on. The little child's chair there in the middle dates back to 1924. It's 98 years old. And it too has never been worked on. And it does everything just like it did. Just as smooth and, you know, adjust for the leg length of the kids that's sitting there.
They don't make things like that anymore.
Well, this weighs probably about 175 pounds. These two green ones weigh about 400 pounds.
Whew.
And so, you know, to think, the only thing that they were concerned about was the hydraulic system. And come to find out, if you keep the hydraulic fluid in the tank and treat them right, they'll last. Well, the company that built all of these, same one in Chicago, they were in business less than 50 years, and how do you stay in business if you don't get replacement? Somebody called and said, listen, our chairs give out, I need a new one. Here we are, 93 years later, still going strong.
Wow.
And even the cash register, it has a fuse in it that was in it 93 years ago when it was bought new, never been replaced.
Wow. Here we are at the Andy Griffith Playhouse in Mount Airy. Gonna go around here to the museum, maybe see where Andy took his first stage, and check out Andy and Opie going to the fishing hole. Morning's sidecar made it here.
Oh, we can sit in it.
Are you sure you're supposed to?
Maybe.
Dear Emmett, here is one of the shirts I wore and was made at Nudie's Rodeo Tailors in North Hollywood, and that's what makes it special. Thanks you for taking care to preserve articles from my life. Sincerely, Andy Griffith.